Hi, first graders. Today we're going to go back to talking about nonfiction. And this week we're going to be learning all about how you read nonfiction to learn. Authors write nonfiction books or nonfiction texts to teach us new information about a topic. The information in the text are called facts. A fact is something that can be proven true. For example, the sky is blue. That's not ever untrue. That's always true. It's a fact. A fact is something that is always true and never changes. Good readers jot down facts they learn as they read nonfiction texts. Writing down the facts you learn helps you. It helps you to remember what you learn. It helps you understand what you learned. And it helps you explain what you learned to someone else. I'm going to write down some facts that I learned today, and I'll show you how I do it so that you can do it yourself later. I'm going to go onto a new website that we're going to use this unit called pebblego to help me learn something new. Here's pebblego. There's another video on the next slide that you can watch that teaches you how to log in and how to use pebblego. I think I'm going to choose from one of these topics to help me decide what I want to learn about today. I'm going to go to the health section. And then I can choose another topic within the health section. I think I want to learn more about healthcare workers. Let's see, which healthcare worker do I want to learn more about? Eye doctors, physical therapists, nurses. Oh, I think I want to learn more about nurses. Now I can read all the different pieces of information in this article about nurses. Let's take a look. Nurses take care of people who are sick. Nurses gather information from their patients. They want their patients to be happy and healthy. Nurses work with doctors in hospitals and clinics. At the hospital, nurses might work in emergency rooms or operating rooms. Home health care nurses visit people in their homes. Other nurses work in schools. Most nurses wear scrubs. Sometimes they wear special gloves and masks. The gloves and masks protect both nurses and patients. Nurses also wear comfortable shoes. I see this photograph here of a nurse with some of her tools, wearing her mask and her gloves and her scrubs. Very cool. Nurses measure a patient's blood pressure with a cuff. They check a patient's temperature with thermometers. Nurses use a stethoscope to listen to a patient's heartbeat and breathing. Some nurses help people in the emergency room. Other nurses help people who are having surgery. School nurses help people and children who are sick at school. I learned a lot about nurses from that article. Now that I've read my article about nurses, I'm going to think about the things that I learned from the article. Remember, this is going to help me remember what I read. It's going to help me understand what I read better, and it would help me if I need to explain what I learned to someone else. I'll start by saying 2 facts that I learned from the book. Well, one fact I learned is that nurses work in hospitals and clinics. A second fact I learned is that nurses use lots of tools, like a thermometer and a stethoscope. One photograph I saw showed, let's see, what photograph did I see? Oh, I know. I remember this photograph right here. Here was a nurse using a little hammer, and she's doing something called checking the reflexes. That's a photograph. So a photograph that I saw was a nurse using a hammer to check reflexes. And then a question I'm still wondering that wasn't in the article is, do nurses need to go to a special school? That really wasn't in the article. I didn't learn that, so that's a question I would like to learn about nurses at another time. For today's assignment, you're going to do the following. First, watch the video to learn how to use pebblego so that you know what to do when you get on the website. Then, choose what article on pebblego to read. Any article you want, whichever one sounds interesting to you. Then, complete the worksheet that I did using the article that you read to help you. Remember, we are going to be using pebblego for this assignment. You'll have lots of choices when you log in. You can read about animals, about science, about biographies, about social studies, or health. There are so many options in this website, and I think you'll have a lot of fun exploring it. Have fun, first graders!